Hello Virgo, this is a timeless reading for you. I'm gonna start with a classic weight deck in Art Nouveau style, and later I'm gonna use all my own decks as well. All these 4 decks that I made by myself. I already pre-shuffled the cards, but I'm just gonna give them a tiny extra shuffle. So we are starting with the Star cards, crossed by the Fool. There's something very renewing, something very innocent, playful, open about the future. If you ended something recently with another person, or with a situation or a group of people, you might feel very hopeful about the future. Or not. This is the energy that I'm getting from these 2 cards together. Yet, there seems to be an ambivalent feeling towards this. Like you might be in this energy that I was describing previously, yet being a little bit doubtful, like what if I'm too carefree? And don't figure out a new plan, where to go next, how to proceed further. Like I feel that this might be also a phase that you want to come out of. Like maybe you were in this phase for quite a while where you were just, like, oh, I don't want to think about too many things now. I just want to enjoy my freedom. But it seems like you might come to a realization that you can't, let's just say you quit your job and lived off your savings. It's just an example, it doesn't apply to everyone. And then you might feel like, okay, I still have some savings, but they won't last forever. I think it's time to slowly start to figure out what to do next. Like you might think that you have to get back on track with something. Maybe if it's about a relationship or a friendship or something, maybe you freed yourself from a person or ignored this person, but you still actually have something to discuss with them, and now you realize, like, no, I can't run away from this forever and have fun all the time. I need to end this phase of my life, and and you are aware of that. This is your energy, this is your energy, this and this is your energy. But there are swords. I feel like you are very aware of that. I'm also getting, for some of you, this could be, just for a few of you, someone else who's in the same kind of energy. Also a little bit carefree. There's nothing wrong with being carefree, but sometimes it's a mixture of being carefree and irresponsible, and maybe there might be someone around you who is like that, and it could even be a friend of yours, and you both had a lot of fun together, and you're still friends, and there's nothing toxic about it, but you just realize that this is a bad influence. And you have to withdraw yourself from this energy, not end this friendship or something, just like, or maybe for some of you, it's an ending of a friendship or partnership. But there's just something about you that is just realizing, like, I have to somehow get out of this energy, even though it's a nice energy. It cannot last this way forever because, there's something you feel like you have to do. And in the past, it could be that you were resisting this, that you were very passionate about whatever this carefree activities that you were engaged in. You weren't ready to let go of it, but somehow it seems like you're coming out of this energy. And I feel like life is going to hand you, as soon as you don't even have to question it a lot or search for the answers a lot. I feel like very quickly some kind of idea will be given to you, maybe even an opportunity, just some kind of vision or intuition that you're receiving, how to move on now, how to enter the next phase of your life. This Ace of Pentacles feels very spiritual to me right now. Like it's coming from a very deep state. And it feels very welcoming. Like, we are glad that you figured that out, that you have to somehow get out of this state of your life. It was fun, but now you're ready for the next stage. And then you will receive this idea very quickly. And for some of you, it's not just an idea. It could even be you're meeting someone who offers you something, a position or a new apartment, like just something that will help you to get into this new phase of your life. Let me think. With this World card here, it makes me feel like you might fear that maybe some people might perceive you as a little bit irresponsible at the moment, a little bit too, I don't know the English word for what I want to express. Like someone who's a little bit too loose, not necessarily in a sexual way, but too carefree, someone who doesn't bother enough. I feel like you are afraid that people might see you this way, like even though you're not, you were just maybe going through this phase where you didn't want to think about everything or overthink everything, and you just wanted to break from something very rigid. And you are very willing to get out of this stage because it wouldn't be anyway satisfying to you forever. Maybe some people, you might fear that some people might even see you as someone who is provocative. I don't know if people actually see you this way. It just seems to me that this might be one of your fears. And I'm getting a similar thing from this Hangman. I know those cards, they all have an official meaning, but I don't always see these meanings in these cards. The Hangman, he gives me a bit of a a provocative vibe right now. Also, like you're just looking at things of the opposite perspective that other people look at things in life, which also might make you think that other people might perceive you as irresponsible regarding something, because you are turning everything upside down. Yeah, it feels like maybe some of you've even been rebelling against something on purpose, but now you're a little bit afraid sometimes it completely makes sense to be a rebel, because if there have never been any rebels, there also would have never been any revolutions or evolutions. Like not all activism is bad. Some activism is a bit immature, but I mean, it's necessary to a certain extent to step out of these strict boundaries of society and all these morality issues. And I mean, if you don't hurt anyone with your behavior and you don't hurt yourself, there's no problem with it. Maybe you just wanted to live a more free life and you still want that, but somehow there is something about you worrying how someone might perceive that. And we have the 5 of Pentacles here. I think this is also a worry of yours, that if you get stuck in this too long, you might be either excluded or rejected, maybe by, not entirely, just to some extent, by your family or friends or society, or that for some of you it just means, like, let's just pick up the first example that I gave again. Like, let's say you quit your job and lived off your savings, and I mean, you still have some, but you're aware that they won't last forever, and you're afraid of being broke, becoming poor. So you start to worry about the situation. So I'm gonna lay out the second spread with the same deck. One flipped over, doesn't matter, there it was. Let's see, 2 of Wands, Queen of Cups, Hangman again, the World again, Ace of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. This makes me feel like some of you either already have a slight plan. We had the Ace of Pentacles on the first deck, and I said that, this seems to me like some kind of idea, some kind of vision that you might receive about how to move forwards. And I feel like this will completely make sense to you, and you will be quickly in this planning mode. Like, it will not just be something that is a fantasy that appears to be, like you can't achieve it, like it's far away, but it seems that it is something that you can literally work on, and you might be very quickly lead My English is worse today than usually, I think. Initiate the first steps. I'm getting a cold vibe from this Queen of Cups. This is not your energy. If it's the case of you that you might apply to some kind of position soon, I'm not saying that this person is bad or that she is or he is literally a cold person, but that might be how you perceive this person. Like there's a little bit of fear of this person being judged by this person. Similar, to the first spread, like there was this kind of worry about how others see you. But I think you will find the right perspective about this. Also might turn the situation a little bit around, like with a lot of wit. Maybe that you don't project too much of your power into this person, or you give away too much power or significance to the judgment of this person, but you quickly, when you feel this fear regarding this situation or person, that you quickly turn it around for yourself and take back that power, that like this reversal. That you feel like the power is still in your hands, and if this thing doesn't work out, another thing is going to work out. Like, you will somehow be able to fight this fear. And then I'm just seeing a lot of, there's just an openness to some kind of opportunity and possibilities. And I feel like there is something that will quickly work out for you and help you to get back on your feet, to move away from this recent phase of your life. With earning a small pentacle already in your hands, but quite grounded, yet still on the move towards something bigger. And I feel like when you have this little achievement in your hand, it will calm you down, it will make you trust this process, trust life, and you will just feel like it's gonna be fine. You have something in your hand, it worked out quickly, and that itself, this experience will inspire you and make you become very determined and motivated. That's how it feels. Next one. So I'm going to use my medieval oracle cards. Coins. Oh, nice. Moon. Mermaid. Sun. Oh, that looks good. Rainbow. That looks quite good. So I think, for a lot of you, this is just a confirmation that this might literally be about something monetary. I'm just looking for these two again. The pentacles, and here in my own deck, it's the coins. This could really just be some kind of confirmation money for you, like if you were worried about a financial situation and thought maybe you were not responsible enough regarding your finances, and now you want to work on it, and you don't have a proper plan, that this is soon about to change, that you will quickly get a new idea what to do, how to earn your next coin, and it will quickly, very quickly work out for you. And you will earn your first little coin, which will make you feel very stable, very happy. I mean, it could even for some be a bigger coin, but I think, you know, this Knight of Coins, it's a grounded, it's a stable coin, but it's not yet the full package, but this is where you're heading towards too. This Moon card in the unconscious position, in my deck, the Moon card has a different meaning than the Moon card in the Weight deck. In my card, it stands for, you know, harmony, peace, femininity. It's a very, like, it's a card of motherhood, protection, safety. It's very gentle, and it's just something that you might feel in the background, that you know this old phase of life that you want to get out of, this feeling of freedom, of not having too many responsibilities, not having to go to work every day. That this, despite this new thing that you are working on, this new job, maybe that even if it's just a small thing, it will be something that you enjoy doing, and you will still have this peaceful feeling in the background all the time. Like, you will not lose this sense of freedom while you are earning this money. That's how it feels. And, you know, we have the Sun card here, which also in my deck is a very positive card. It just brightens everything up. It gives warmth. It enlightens things. It makes things visible. It also speaks of inner strength, of inner peace. The whole spread feels very good, actually. The Mermaid in my deck, she stands for, she can represent something regarding our sexuality, especially when there's something that has to be healed. But I don't feel that here in this spread. She is connected strongly to water. She's also like a transition, like a bridge between water and earth. She also represents aesthetics. In a negative sense, she can represent like unfulfilled desires. Like think of the classic Little Mermaid story, where the mermaid and the human being, they want to be together, but it can't be fulfilled because, you know, one of them lives in the ocean, the other one lives on earth. So that was a little bit inspired by that, you know, in a negative sense, this mermaid can represent like unrequited love, or, you know, just unfulfilled desires. And I feel like this is representing in your case this bridge between this old energy. Let me look. No, I don't have the cards here anymore. You know, this kind of feeling of freedom that you wanted to have for quite a while, yet you also don't want to be irresponsible, and you don't want to go broke. So you have to bridge these two things, as I said, as you earn these coins and get back on track with something. You still do not lose this feeling of freedom. Like, there is a connection between this kind of work that you are going to do and your inner peace and freedom. Like, you will not have to compromise your freedom for this kind of job, because you will just enjoy doing it and it just feels right to you. Then on top we have the rainbow card in my deck. It often appears as a very spiritual card. It also stands for spiritual gifts. But in this case, it's just another confirmation. It's this bridge again. Like, the mermaid is this bridge between water and earth. And the rainbow can also be seen as a kind of bridge. And it has just something so harmonious about it. There's another sun in this card as well. Like, I think it's just gonna be fine, whatever this is about. It's gonna be solved, and you will not have to compromise your joy and peace for this job. Even if it's just a small job, like, it feels like it will make you feel stable. And yet it will just not take anything away from your joy. So this is my duality card deck. We have fire, integrity, awake, closed. With this fire and integrity, this reminds me again of this fear that you might be perceived as irresponsible, though you're not. You might have just been in a phase where you just needed that space for yourself, but you're not an irresponsible person. And I feel like you will become aware of that, of your integrity actually, and this inner fire that's burning inside of you, and that it also makes me feel like when you pick up this new thing that you're working on that gives you those first new pentacles, it's gonna spark a fire in you. Maybe this flame has gotten smaller and smaller, but as soon as you get back on this track, it might, get really big. I also feel like it will help you spiritually, whatever this occupation is. It will trigger something in a positive way spiritually inside of you that makes you feel like you're on the right path. It will even help you to feel more free than you felt before, when you were in that previous phase where you maybe didn't have any kind of occupation, or only worked a little bit, or abandoned someone, or whatever the situation was for you, where you just withdrew from everything. And this new situation will give you even more freedom. That is very good, actually, and very rare, unfortunately. With this closed card, I need some seconds to figure that out, how that fits into the rest. It could just be as simple as that someone is trying, whether you're a man or a woman. I see your energy in this person right here. Could be that a woman or a man might try to come back to you, but you will reject that. It could be something romantic, but it could also just be a friend. Or just someone you knew. Like, you will not allow this person back. Maybe this was the person that was a little bit of a negative influence in your life. This is up to you. Now I'm going to use my lifestyle tarot deck. So if there's something health regarding coming up, take it easy. It's just a fun deck, and you still have to use your own discernment. Oh my God, my stomach is growling around. I need to eat something. This is so heavy. I hope you don't hear this on the camera. Probably you do. Winter is really hard for me right now. Because in Germany, winter is so long. And at the end of the winter, I just can't stand the cold weather anymore and the darkness. And it just makes me want to eat all the time. I'm hungry all the time. Let's see what those lifestyle cards try to tell you. Zinc. Maybe some of you need to check your zinc level. Check in with your doctor. Get that tested. It's just for fun. You decide all that by yourself. Virus could be just a warning to protect yourself. Wear proper clothing. Wear a mask if you want. Even though that topic is true for many parts in the world. Here in Germany, some people still wear their masks in public transports. Even though they don't have to anymore. Heart health. So maybe this is also something regarding your emotions. If you feel like you need to protect your heart. Also literally, if some of you maybe came out of a wild party phase, maybe it's time to step back a little bit. Watch your health. Or, if you are someone who is like physically very active, not only like at work, but some people, they work out a lot, so maybe there's something about your heart health that you either have to be more active or less active, actually. That is up to you and your doctor. Tidy and clean, maybe that will also help you to get back on track, to get back into, some kind of order, some kind of structure will help you to feel like you're in control of some things. I feel like cleaning and tidying up, renovating, restructuring something can give us a small sense of control and power, which is not always a bad thing. Apple could be just a suggestion either to eat more apples or vitamins in general. Also, it just in my deck stands for health. So because we have heart health and virus here, so that you are, you just at the moment have to protect yourself. Be careful about your health. And discipline. So yeah, I think that fits perfectly into the whole reading. Like, you might have been worried about not being disciplined, not being responsible enough, not being active enough. And if it was about a job situation for you, that discipline will anyway come back. But maybe you also stopped to clean your apartment or to work out, whatever it is. It seems that on all levels here, in your private life, in your professional life, maybe also in your social life, like you might feel like you just want to get back on track with everything, bring some structure to your life. So let's pull from my last deck. Those are my sarcastic animal messages. Let's see what they want to share with us. The elephant, I'm social and empathetic, but I can stomp you to death. How does that fit in? So maybe the elephant has a meaning for you that I can't think about right now. My God, my stomach is so annoying. Like, it just doesn't stop. I'm social and empathic. I'm not sure how to fit this sentence into your reading. I'm wondering about the life style of the elephant. Their kind of social structure, their kind of family structure. And I think they have to wander a lot to, find water, and like they are often on the run, but elephants are also quite playful animals. Like they still, and of course they have natural enemies, but not as many as most other animals. If they're a baby, they can be killed by a lion, but I think, or if they're injured and extremely old, maybe they could be killed by several predators, but mainly the elephant is almost untouchable, I think. Humans are elephants' enemies, but you know what I mean, compared to other, this is just representing to me this kind of freedom. They are active, but they still have this kind of free spirit in them. And yes, they do have to take care of their survival, but they are still very social animals and very playful animals. They take baths together. They play around with each other. They mourn another elephant's death, and they still, in some way enjoy life. Besides only, some animals, they seem to only worry about their survival all the time, like some predators, always out on the hunt, always, and other animals, they are not like that. They're a little bit more playful. So I think this is just, this whole message again of somehow combining this, kind of survival that we all have to take care of, yet still enjoying life and being somehow free to a large extent. Then we have the snail, I'm homely and leisurely. This makes me feel like you might be getting into an energy where it feels like wherever you go and whatever you do, it feels like home, like a little bit of a vagabond. Like usually I read this card in the opposite, like I see like people who like staying at home to be cozy in their bed, or just being at home doing stuff. But in your case, I have a feeling like it tells us that this could be your future energy. Like whether you're driving somewhere, going for a walk, going to work, like you will feel comfortable in your own skin and you will just feel like home wherever you're at. Last one. The sheep. I follow you. Maybe you will work with wool. Just kidding. Maybe it's true for some of you. I feel it tells us that you are not, we could reverse it. You are not this kind of sheep person that is blindly obeying rules, blindly following someone, but you want to keep your freedom. But yet you also don't want to be rejected by the herd. Let's see, maybe just one more. And then I'm gonna take a food break because my stomach is going crazy. Wild boar, try me. The wild boar with this try me attitude, I have a feeling like this is not so much your energy at this moment. Wild boars are somehow prey, but they also can kill predators. They can also easily kill humans, so they are not like completely, they're not as defenseless as a fawn, as a deer. Maybe this wild boar has a certain meaning to you. I'm also getting something about their sense of smelling. Like it's some kind of, like maybe you just feel like you want to follow your nose, follow this intuition. I was talking earlier about, this kind of vision or intuition that you are receiving about how to move forwards, and then quickly finding that new job or, whatever it is for you. And while you're in that, there will be something about your spirituality that will just increase while you are doing this activity. And you might not overthink anything, but just follow your nose, follow your instinct somehow. So I'm just gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for watching.